And what's up, guys? It's your boy Rome, and you're watching Who's Rome Podcast Network. And today I'm with the lovely Sunnie. Say hi to the
Hey
people.
y'all.
What's up, man? How are you doing? This is actually my first time meeting you, so this is like an introductory on camera and just like in person. Like, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
She looks even better in person, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, you. I feel like just from what I heard from your music, you carry yourself like with that same energy. I like it. It's very like transparent and like I don't know, like it's a soft vibe. It's like very cool. Like
Word, thank you.
so like where before like I kind of have a way I want to like break down the whole interview, but like I want to start off with the music first.
Daily life. Literally, I just take inspiration from things that are happening. Even if it's a story that somebody else could tell me, I could, write a song for it based off of my own perspective, or lessons that a lot of my songs now that are unreleased are more like lessons that I've learned. If I could be the little voice, the little voice inside of other people's head for the things that have helped me,
I feel like that is definitely what you're on, because like I've listened to a lot of music recently because I was trying to like get more familiar with you, and like every song, it definitely sounds like you're either retelling a story or it's like you're like speaking from someone's like life almost. Like it's because like I think you had a song where it kind of sounded like you're speaking like from like a guy's perspective, so it's like you're not a man, so it's like I thought like that was cool, like very cool, like storytelling and stuff like that. Where are you from?
Willenboro.
Oh, so you're from out here.
Yeah.
You're born and raised like the whole time?
Yeah.
Word. How long have you been like making music, you think?
So I started singing when I was 3.
Okay.
When I was like 6, 7, I started messing with garage band and stuff because my older brother makes music as well.
Okay. So family ties.
Yeah. And then I started performing when I was 10. And then I started performing my own music when I was 11. I started,
performing?
of course. Yeah. I mean, like back then as a kid, people's aunts and stuff, they want me to sing like, oh, sing Whitney Houston, this and that. So people knew who I was before I was even like who I am right now.
So you were like always just like being told to like sing and put on like wow, that's crazy. Have you like won competitions when you were younger, like stuff like that?
Yeah.
Wow. So it was always just there. Just always...
you from here?
Yeah, I'm from like this area.
You remember Willenboro Idol?
No, what is that?
That was a long, long time ago, but I won those every time I performed there.
So was it like a talent show or something?
It was like American Idol, but just for Willenboro's talent.
Wow.
It was real cool. Yeah,
Why
but I
they
was a
stop
kid.
doing that?
I don't know. I guess all the cool people grew up.
That's crazy.
Because I see them now. Everybody that was back then in those shows, everybody is lit now. Actually, now I think about it, every single person.
Would you happen to know Jay London?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think he's from out here. I feel like he's probably like in your
I think so.
music tier of like people. Like, but yeah, like he makes like good music. I'm just saying that you guys should collab. But
maybe you could set it up.
Nah, I definitely could. I was saying, so on your YouTube, I saw that you started off doing like covers, right? And like you did like you had like the Giveon cover. I think you did like the Drake song.
Oh wow, you went back there.
Yeah, I think you also I can't remember the other one.
I did Thinking About You. That was the most.
Yeah, the Frank
most
Ocean
I ever
song.
got. Yeah,
that was a very crazy video.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like just seeing the thumbnail and everything, I was like, I could see why that went up, because it's like I feel like at that time, probably when you're on the early days of YouTube.
I was a sophomore in high school.
That was probably when YouTube was still like kind of fresh a little bit.
Kind of. I mean, like I started my YouTube before I was allowed to show my face on the internet. Like I started my YouTube when I was doing
you weren't allowed
magic
to show your
tricks
face?
and stuff. Yeah, like I would stand. All those videos are gone, obviously, but I would stand so that the camera didn't like. I was a kid when I had a YouTube, and then I think that's really why I feel like I had a lot of control over my YouTube channel.
Oh, so you were always just like creative, like how come you weren't allowed to show your face? Like just being young and your parents just like,
I can sing. I'm a little girl, like you know what I'm saying.
True. People,
and the reason why I even found YouTube was literally because my dad literally was like, be careful on things like YouTube, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and of course, me being a little kid, I'm like, what's YouTube? He's like, oh, yeah, people put anything on there, videos for this, how-tos, music, whatever. I'm like, okay. And where did I go? YouTube.com. And then I made an account. And then I was like, okay. So I told them, they're like, don't show your face, but, you could sing covers and everything. So I used to make, edit with iMovie, or
so you was
Windows Movie
always
Maker and stuff, I
hands-on.
would blur my face out, but I would be singing the cover.
So wait, you would blur your face out and record the cover just to still upload it online?
Yep, and people were watching it. I'm like, yo, you don't even know what I look
blurred
like.
out?
Yeah, pixelated, all type of things. I just would make it so that you.
That's crazy.
Because I didn't want to not post it, you know.
So what were people saying? Like, oh, you should show your face, or
no. Honestly, they could hear it in my voice that I was a kid, but you know what's crazy? The people that were subscribed to me back then were still there when I was, you know, going in middle school and stuff and actually posting. They're like, oh, that's what she looks like. Like, but I was older. And you know, by that time, those other videos were gone. So they're like, we know what's really going on.
The real ones know. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Are you got any projects or anything you're working on, like, coming up?
I'm in the process of releasing my third one.
Yeah, that's what I said. I see you have two out. Very like I would say it's like a R&B soul type thing. It's like very like passionate, like powerful music. For real. Which one's your favorite?
Out of the two?
Yeah, it's like, what are they called?
The first one is called It's 2 a.m. Somewhere, and the second one is called Magic. Honestly, I like them both for different reasons.
What was the headspace on each project?
2 a.m. Somewhere, the first song that I wrote from that was 2 a.m. And that was written when I was like 16 or 17 or something. And then it was on my SoundCloud first for like 4 years.
On the SoundCloud way.
Yeah, and then in Bandcamp and stuff like that, because I used to sell CDs. So Bandcamp was the closest thing to me being like, oh, it's $10, and me really getting the $10 off of it. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, you know, I could use that to, you know how it go, make a little cycle for it. But then I would go to like, you know, we're young, so I used to go to parties and stuff like that. They like, you know, people like Cudi. I don't know if you know Cudi? Kid Cudi? No, Cudi TV. We all know Kid Cudi, but I'm talking about Cudi. Yeah, that's my people.
I've actually, I think he does like YouTube series and stuff like that. I think I've seen his stuff before.
Yeah, that's my he is the one that was there when I came up with my calendar merch idea. You know what I mean? Like all my stuff. Me and Cudi used to party together before we really was into what we were doing. You know, and he was one of the main people. Like, you should make an album. Like, why you don't make an album? I'm like, I do have all this music, but back then for 2 a.m. Somewhere, I was mad young. Like, I just was making a lot of songs, and whatever I thought was good enough, I kind of just put it together and was like, all right, this is an album or this is a mixtape. Magic, I feel like I put a little more thought into it, and I kind of wanted it to flow better. Plus, I got better with my mixing and stuff like that. And so it's like GarageBand. I
love hearing that because it's like
switching from GarageBand to Logic, and now I'm completely like good with Logic. So that's the third. It's like you hear my progress through.
You record yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's what's up. I do stuff like that too.
Right.
So what do you like better, Logic or would you say GarageBand?
Definitely Logic.
Logic is like. It can be on the iPhone.
He said the thing on the iPhone. It's the original.
It's like the original Logic.
It's the default.
Yeah, it's the default.
He said the iPhone. It was on the Mac before it was on the iPhone.
You could get some fire beats out of GarageBand.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I mean, I like GarageBand because it's really simple, which is like why I don't use Pro Tools now. You know, like Logic is like the grown-up version of GarageBand. Pretty much. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, I'm a Pro Tools kind of guy, but Logic is good. Damn, where we asking at, fam? So, like, you said you started young. When exactly can you place, like, your first song recorded? Recorded? Yeah. Like, was it when Cudi told you to make the...
Of all my first songs.
Like, your first songs?
They were terrible. It was so funny.
That's crazy.
I had my brother in the background like, yeah, we got summer coming out. Like, it was so funny.
Oh, they tried to do, like, a whole, like, mixtape type vibe?
I'm not going to lie. Listen to that. Listening to like our old stuff and my brother even being there to be like, yeah, I'll be the announcer, I'll be the DJ Khaled. But that was like when we were way younger, like, you know. Yeah. I'm like, yo, we were so creative, like, you know. Like,
nah, that sounds like a dope little like.
It's awesome.
Like how they actually do the real mixtapes. We'd be like, oh, Cosmic Kev or some shit like.
That's crazy. I got a quick question though.
Oh, go for it.
So like, how does it feel like to go back to your beginning music? Like what's the euphoria? Like what goes through your mind and how do you feel like when you listen to your old music now?
My old music to what degree? Like my first things or like my first album or something?
Like just going, you were saying something about like your first, was it your
my first CD that I made when I was like 7.
All right, let's jump forward a little bit.
Okay.
So let's say you have the first project is somewhere 2 a.m. somewhere.
2 a.m. somewhere.
2 a.m. somewhere and then Magic. So you have these projects, and then like going back, like let's say 5 years, listening to that music, then like you say you heard the growth, you see the growth, you're doing everything on your own, but like does it bring like any kind of like feeling or like memories, or does it give you like
honestly,
how does it make you feel in that sense? Like you feel good, you're like, wow, I could really see my growth, you know, like
honestly, I feel like, for example, I'm gonna give you an example to answer this question. 2 a.m. me writing it so young. Like, you ever heard a song and you didn't, like, you hear it again when you grow up that your parents used to play, that you used to vibe to, and you hear it again when you grow up and you're like, oh, that's what they were talking about?
Yeah.
I made the song where I listened to it later and I was like, oh, that's what I was talking about? But I was so young that
you didn't even know.
I listened to Mariah Carey and this and that, so the words, the way I worded the lyrics and everything, like, it made more, I was, like, proud of myself.
Cool, yeah.
I was more like, yo, what?
You were able
like,
to
I
kind of...
want to do that again. Can I do that again? Like,
you probably can, yeah.
Of course I can. But, like, listening to it, it's like, how did I do that? When I was doing it, I was probably, like, freestyling, but I was so young. So it's like, where...
also connected. It has something to do with... I'm good. It has something to do with the inner child, because, like, we're all creative in here.
Mm-hmm.
So we know the vibe. So I feel like when we were at that age, we were so free.
Yeah,
so it
100%.
was easier to create. Now we got older.
It was open too. Like, other people, they're like, "Oh, you make music too." Like, everything was so inspiring.
Free,
now we know the business part.
So that's the structure. What kind of like messes it up, and that's why, like, even for me being creative in different like facets, one thing that helps me stay in my creativity is like removing structure and just like being free without judgment.
100%.
So
I like that.
Yeah.
No, that was actually a good question, because I feel like when you look back on what you did, it's a good way to like kind of move forward. Because like, yeah, it's good to stay fresh with the stuff you do, but it's like if every time you move forward, you already keep in mind what you do best, and kind of like you already like you have a structure to it. So that's kind of what you said naturally when you said like the second project, like what you went into it with a little more like understanding. Yeah.
I feel you, because I'm there like too, and like I'm already like thinking about my next project. Like, okay, I know how I'm going to show the growth, and so it's dope to hear it from somebody that's been doing it for so long, and that's why I asked the question, because I know one day I'm gonna go back and listen to my joint and be like, whoa, like wow, like.
And you know what else? You know what else? I know a lot of people. I don't really know exactly their plan, but I know this is unraveling a little.
Yeah. Too many hands on it. Traveling blunt.
I just make a lot of songs because I record myself.
Make music every day.
I literally, when they're like, all right, well, if you want to drop a project this summer or this fall or whatever, what's it going to be? I'm like, all right, well, let me look through my folders, and I want this one. I want that one. There is no like, all right, I'm going to make this song for my next album. It's going to be talking about this. Like, I don't do that.
No,
I literally just...
That's kind of cool.
About it. And
yeah.
You go back and be like, well, these are the best of the ones I really like, which is a great approach. That's the creative aspect again, so that's dope.
I feel like I just have to ask this, because like it's like the elephant in the room, at least for me. As like a, as the woman you are, you kind of have resemblance to, like, some would say, someone like Rihanna. Mm-hmm. Does that bother you if people kind of like just like say that about you or anything?
Not as much as you think it would. It bothers me in a different way than people probably think it does.
Like, how so?
In a bigger way, in a worldly way. Like, when somebody tells... it's a compliment, first of all.
I mean, most
like,
definitely.
Thank you. But when somebody... I feel like people shouldn't need to compare somebody to somebody else to say that they like it.
That's crazy, because people really do that.
You know why?
Wow, that's fucking bars.
Like, you can't just say... Like, people say... I give Rihanna, Tiana Taylor, all of that, but it kind of makes sense. Some pictures we kind of, like, you know what I'm saying? Our features are turned a certain type of way, whatever. Maybe not all the time, but whatever. The other day, with my friend here, we did a podcast, and the people on the live, somebody mentioned, they said, Effie from Power. I'm like, y'all saying anything now? Y'all saying that because she light-skinned. Like, I don't look nothing like her.
I definitely believe
you
on the thing where you're saying it's like slight insecurities, though, because like, I feel like we make sense. Like if we like something and it's new, it's like we have to compare it
to
to
something that everybody already loves.
So it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
But I mean, I still take it as a compliment. Yeah, I'm like, I know what you were trying to do, so thank you.
Like this. I mean, it's kind of like a slight backhanded compliment, but not really. It's like it's still like
it's more for Rihanna than it is for me. Let's put it that way.
I mean, shit, it's a win-win regardless.
It's definitely a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely not a bad thing.
But yeah, I don't get offended though.
I saw you had like a song with someone named like something California or something.
Bobby
like
California.
That. Yeah, like
and Donnie.
Yeah, like are you like a solo artist? Do you have like a group you work with? Like what's the vibes?
I'm solo, independent.
Dang, do you have like management? Like what's the vibe? No management?
I had management, but I don't have management anymore. I mean, I managed myself before.
No one's
then I managed
managing you.
Honestly, a manager for me would have to be like a co-pilot because I'm not somebody that just like waits to be told what to do. Like I already know what to do. I need you to help me. Like you know what I'm saying?
The way I view it is a good manager just gives an artist an opportunity. A good artist makes the most out of it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like a manager is like finding you shows and competitions or
booking
even like stuff
everything.
like that. Like just giving you the opportunity. So it's like if it's there, you can execute it or whatever. When did you have management ever? Like how long ago was that?
I've had different management in my life. I've only had 3 management situations. Kind of. The first one wasn't really like on paper. I was mad young. I was like 16, 17, something like that. But my mom was my manager. They were just the group that we were working with. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like I was there.
Oh, so it was like all family and stuff.
No. No. Yeah, just her. Oh. When I was like, when it came to like momager, like when it came to like going places and meeting people.
I feel like I know that name. Is that what she goes by?
No.
That was just the term you're using?
That's just the term, yeah.
Oh, okay, because like I was about to say, there's someone...
She was just there,
momager.
Because I was a kid. But after that, I had a management situation in Cali. And then I left that. That was a short term, though. That was so that we could do what we needed to do. It wasn't no crazy thing. Like, it wasn't like a label or nothing. And then my third situation was one of my friends. Or like somebody that is, lives close to us. And
it didn't work out?
It was cool. It was just COVID. Like, COVID changed everything. Changed people's lives and everything. But I got...
COVID changed a lot of shit.
Everything I needed from him. He gave me all the info. I needed all the contacts. Everybody still... Even to this day, when I go meet people, they're like, oh, yeah, we know,
When was, like, the last time you performed or something? Because you seem like you do a lot of, like intimate, like, open mic stuff. Like,
I do all...
You kill
all
those crowds.
Sizes.
Yeah.
But the last time I performed was what? Like 5 days ago.
Oh, what'd you do?
I went to the Raven Lounge in Philly.
Oh, yeah.
And I performed in a band. I'm performing this weekend at the Melanin Market at JFK.
They brought that back?
Yeah. Marwie is back in the building.
That's good.
And I'm selling my Sunnie honey there too.
What's that?
Oh, okay.
Tell us about Sunnie honey. What's that, like a
drink?
Medicated.
Flavored honey.
Wow.
I have some in the car.
Sunnie honey,
but,
yo, you gotta bring that in.
So I'll sign up for one. I'll definitely take
it. What? So,
right.
like, what? How do you make it? Like,
so, I'm not gonna tell you how I make it, but I'll tell you the flavors I have.
Yeah, true.
So, originally I had rosemary, mint, cinnamon, apple. I had lemon, I had lavender, I had all different types of things. But then I switched it to Sunny's berry sweet honey. So now it's cranberry, blackberry, blueberry, and mixed berry.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's all natural and stuff like that?
It's all natural. So I medicated because...
What do you mean medicated?
With weed.
Yeah, I was
medicated so that, people that do public speaking or performing like me, we like smoking, but you can't always smoke. So it's better for your voice.
I heard it's not good to smoke when you're recording. Is that true?
I smoke.
It's not good to smoke at all. Before anything, you know what I'm saying? So...
Yeah. I know like a cool story that like this is just my own little story, but like I remember they were talking about like Bruno Mars, and they were just saying like he would chain smoke like a whole pack of cigarettes and then go record a hit.
I think Rihanna used to do that. She didn't chain smoke though. She used to smoke like half a cigarette, years
ago. So I just feel like it all depends on like the person and how they use their voice. Like some people they may need.
Adele used to smoke cigarettes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, Amy Winehouse, all of them, everyone.
All the greats do drugs.
Billie Holiday, mad people used to smoke cigarettes. The only people that don't smoke is like Mariah Carey or like.
Really?
Didn't Whitney used to smoke cigarettes?
I'm pretty sure Mariah Carey smoked.
Mariah Carey did not smoke cigarettes. It's no way.
Why did that just sound?
She's too much of a diva. She only want everything to be perfect. It's no way. We can Google it though, because now I'm curious.
Yeah, let's Google it.
Could somebody Google that real quick?
Did Mariah Carey smoke cigarettes?
I feel like she.
You know, I'm
I
such
doubt
a
it,
devil's
100%.
Nah,
advocate.
because Mariah Carey got that voice
Her
like a
vocals is
smoker.
different.
Nah, when she talking.
I was literally about to type, "Hey
That's a
Siri."
singer's resting voice.
I'm
Oh,
tripping.
so like just have like a.
Yeah, that's just her resting her voice.
Looking it up. All right, y'all.
But I 100%
after I
doubt
start
Mariah
typing, "Hey
Carey
Siri,"
admits
I
she was a
done.
teenage smoker.
Teenage. But by the time she was famous, she wasn't a teenager no more. So that answers that. But that's crazy.
From 12 to 18.
12?
I gave up smoking one day and never went back.
She said, oh my God, I could do that. I'm done smoking. It's over for that.
12
What you mean 12?
years old smoking cigarettes? I mean, there's a difference.
So that.
Okay, we're back. Let's get it. I see that you brought your own honey and like just tell me about it exactly.
So this is Sunnie's honey.
I like that name.
This flavor is cranberry. It's medicated. This is medicated. All of these
Is
are
there
here.
like a percentage on how much you put in it, or like do you like track it?
I'm changing it. What's
Okay.
in them. So these aren't going to be the same ones
Okay.
that I'm going to be selling. But this one is rosemary mint. I used different honey for this because I wanted it to,
That one.
you know, the honey that crystallizes. I use that honey for this.
Oh wow! So that's why that one looks like that. Yeah, yeah. And I see like you got like a cool little branding on top of it.
Yeah.
Is
And the
this
small
like
ones too.
Is that your logo or a song cover art maybe?
That's the honey label. That's all.
Wow, that's really fucking fire.
Take a good
I don't know if
look
you
at
guys can see it, but
It's a honeycomb with a bee. That's dope.
if you tap on it, it should be able to focus.
Oh, and it got you in the middle. Oh, that was you in the middle. I'm like,
Yeah, that's what it's
Queen
for.
bee. Queen bee. Okay, I think I pick up what you
Mhm.
put down.
Yeah. And what about the little small ones you got right here?
Yeah. So these are $40.
Okay.
And these are $10.
So like, what is the ideal usage for this? Like, how would someone use these?
So before a show or,
Mhm.
you know, before a speech or anything like that, anything that has to do with like presenting, I would say that smoking is a bad idea. But, you know, I feel like people can still, you know, do what they need to do. If they got a little tea, or even if you use the
yeah.
little spoon that comes with it, the little honey stir to, you know, eat some honey throughout the day. It'll soothe your
That's
throat
fire.
way
I
more
would-
than smoking.
I'd probably put this on cereal for real, for real.
Definitely want to try.
On some
Yeah.
different shit.
I mean, you know, me being a singer, I feel like that's the easiest for me.
Yeah, honestly, that's like super clutch too, because it being honey, like it does help. Like I see
Yeah.
what you mean. Like if you're somewhere that you can't really smoke, like it's not too ideal. Like you could use that.
And
I
on
really
top
like
of that, people put it on their breakfast.
How did how did you stumble across like this type of interest? Like
That I literally needed something instead of smoking. And then I was
Ah,
like,
so
all
you're
right,
like-
I'm going to make it for myself. I probably did it like twice for like 2 shows. And then I was like, other people need this too.
wow, that's crazy.
You know.
That's super dope.
Appreciate you 'cause
No, for real, that's like super useful.
you.
And then I see you also got
Yes, this is something spicy created by my best friend. His name is Rodney. He goes by Rodney Very Official.
okay.
This is our collab. He makes different flavor hot sauce. They're all crazy flavors.
What are the flavors?
I think it's grilled pineapple habanero. I'm not sure which
That one
one
sound
what the
fire.
green one is called. I forgot.
Lime ginger jalapeno.
sound like wasabi.
Yeah, in a
It
way.
feels like and this one is hot
Yeah.
honey. And this is made with my apple cinnamon honey, medicated honey. So this is
Wow.
medicated as well. His are also the same as my honey, like medicated,
It's like,
unmedicated. You know, they
On a
always have
scale of like
options.
1 to 10, like how hot would you say these are?
So my favorite hot sauces, I like the habanero peppers. So me personally, I'm a hot one. You feel
So
me?
you like the hot ones,
So
yeah.
this to me,
Yo, facts.
like I love spice. Like, and I'm literally the person that will put crushed red peppers and spice on everything.
This
Like
is super cool, man.
I can't help it, you know. This I would probably say on a scale of 1 to 10, from what I've experienced, I would probably give this like a 7.5. At 8 maybe.
Okay, and which one's the hottest one? You said it was the jalapeno ginger or something like that.
The hottest one
Yeah.
is this one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
And it's only a
actually.
7. That's
this is
valid. So it's enjoyable then.
Hot honey.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. The flavors for these, like, you know how mine is infused with berries?
Yeah.
So you get the different flavors.
Yeah.
The flavors with these are made with, like, it's so, like, you put this on a salad or something. You can use this as salad dressing.
Oh, word.
It doesn't have to be,
That's
you
fire.
know, just chicken or just, like,
Or like
pasta and
food
stuff.
or
Like, you
stuff.
can use this for, like, different stuff because it literally tastes like a meal. Like, it's the flavor of your food. Like, if you had
If
to
I
pick
was to
which
use it,
one's your
I'd
food
probably
to
use
taste
it
like,
for wings. That's like, I'm a wing guy when it
yeah,
comes to sauce.
then
That's
it's
just what I think.
perfect. Yeah, they're definitely perfect.
That's really dope. So like, do you have like merchandise or anything other than like this?
Yeah, so
Like-
I have T-shirts, of course.
Okay.
I sell, like, they look like concert tees. So I have a white one and a black one. I have a coffee table book, which is it has chapters on it. It's basically like a photo book that tells a story.
That's super cool.
Yeah. I also have, well, I had calendars. I used to do a yearly calendar, but, you know, I stopped that when I released the book. But some people have been asking for it back, so I don't know, maybe I'll do that. But I definitely do have this. This honey is what I'm really focused on the most right now.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's super like just different. I feel like how many artists do you know are selling like food related things really?
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's normally like clothes or
Right.
just like
It's
typical
more to
stuff,
life,
yeah.
you know?
Very creative. And
It's super creative.
I gotta give you your props. Like,
No, for real.
you. Like, it's
Yeah, that's what I was
Word.
saying. Like
Thank
when I
you.
said that to you, like I was off camera. I was like, it tells me more about you because it kind of shows me like the type of stuff you're into. Like
Right.
a lot of people would just be trying to make a hoodie, throw their logo on it, and be like, boom, that's my brand or
Right.
whatever. But it's like you just selling this. It's like natural. It's weed related, and plus you're really a singer. Like I said, because it's like you're thinking like, what can a singer have to get high but not mess up the vocals?
Right.
So it's like I think that's like super dope.
Right. Thank
Your
you.
birthday, you mentioned it. Well, by the time this video come out, it should be your birthday. So I feel like I'm gonna just treat it like it's your birthday right now and just be
Okay.
like, happy birthday.
Thank you.
More life, definitely like live it up. What do you have planned? Like
I don't know.
just like another day in the life, huh?
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, okay. Are you normally not like a celebratory person or like what's the vibes on that?
I'm real festive when I feel like being festive.
Oh, so it's like when you feel like it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm not, you know how people, it's like another holiday for me. That one, that just resonates for me personally versus
Yeah.
the world, like, you know?
Yeah.
But
facts.
how, like Valentine's Day, like you should show people you love them every day. Like, I don't need a day.
Yeah.
Like I take 1 to 2 days a week to care for myself. So my birthday, it's not like I have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? I already
Wow,
show
that's a
myself the
bar.
appreciation.
No, for real. It's
I
like
should.
for real. That's crazy. I think about stuff like that. It's like we wait for a significant day
Yeah, like
to be
for
like,
what? We should all
Yeah.
just eat a big dinner
Yeah, for
tonight
real.
just because, like, you know, sometimes just be with people. We do friends dinners and stuff. We just randomly hit everybody like, yo, y'all hungry? Let's all chill.
that was us the other night.
Yeah, literally.
like you don't need Thanksgiving or a holiday.
Amen.
You just feel like,
facts.
you
Wow.
know,
So
doing
like,
it.
are you you seem like you had like very like what's your family like? You seem like you're very like I don't know, like wholesome and just like
Thank you. My family, I mean, I have a mom, a dad,
of course.
a stepmom. I have a big brother,
Okay.
and that's it. And then, you know, I got my aunt.
Were you guys
my
like
uncle.
super tight? Because you said you had a mom manager, right? Kind of like
No, yeah.
momager.
I mean, you know, it's my mom. Like,
Yeah.
you know, she gonna look over everything until
Nah,
I could do
you
it.
got
Like,
to.
you know, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like that's like super like a kind way to look at it. Like most people won't be like, most people want one day to be the day you have to do that obligation. You know what I'm saying?
But be the momager.
No, like just be kind to people or celebrate.
Oh,
like, because you know
oh.
how you were saying, like, why wait for that one day to
Right.
celebrate it? It should be
Right.
like every day.
Right. It should be whenever.
Yeah.
If you walking by something in the store and you like, my mom would like that. Just get it. What you mean you gonna save it? Just give it to her.
Yeah,
like,
true. Like, I'm going to get it for her.
It'll
then.
make that
Nah, that's
day. Like, you
facts.
feel me? That day for her. Feel
Wow,
me?
that's crazy. Dang. Let me look at some of my questions. How long we been going for, Miguel, for this tape? Ooh, okay, bet. Ooh, perfect. So, in the Jersey scene, right? How do you feel like Jersey, like, how do you view the music scene here? Like, do you think we have potential? I mean, obviously you're going to say that, yeah, but, like, do you think we rank anywhere? Because there's, like, California.
Jersey is
like,
the best. First
okay.
of all, I like to say that I feel like we got the best spot you know, to live. Because we're in the middle of two different. If you want to feel this way, you go here, and if you want to feel this way, you go here. If you're looking for this kind of audience, go here. You know, an audience that might tell you that you trash or tell you that song was mad lit and be dead ass, and have explanations and reasons and go back on your lyrics and stuff. I had people come up to me, you know. Or if you want people that just you just want to feel good and you know they're gonna cheer no matter what you do, you can go here. We in the middle of, you know, and Jersey don't got nothing, so all you could do here is create.
Wow, that's a bar. Nah, for real. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere, so it's like
that's
you
why
gotta
everybody
make some noise.
Because we all rapping and singing in the cars.
For
you
real.
feel me? Like,
nah, that's facts.
And we go to Philly and
we got New York and Philly, and it's like there's Jersey, so it's like Delaware.
Down south right there too. Like,
Facts. So it's like you really do have like all these very like we're really in the same area, but we're very kind of different. Yeah, the ocean people. So it's like that's like wow. Where do you see yourself like overall like taking your career? Like what ideally is your goal?
My main goal is to own everything.
Okay.
Because and it took me a long time to like come up with an answer to that question, but I can't believe I answered it that fast. But like over time, like that's one thing that I noticed about myself that I like, unless it makes sense. Like, you know, people work their whole life to be an artist, you know, to get the money to pay for their video shoots and their studio time so that they can go work under somebody else's label. And that doesn't make sense to me for some reason.
Yeah, it's like you're investing on
no matter how long I've been doing this, like in the back of my head, I'm always like, but why would I do that? Like, you know what I mean? So, right. Like, and facts. I have, and the only thing is that I don't, you know, whether it be like, ignorance by age or experience or something, or whether it be just laziness, it depends on the person. They don't want to learn the business side, so they want somebody else to do it, so they don't mind, okay, you're doing that part here, you can get this. But if it's that like that, then they're taking all of it, you feel me? And I don't have time for that, because I didn't just get out of high school and be like, oh, I want to do this. Like, this is literally my whole life. And people are like, oh, what else do you want to do? Like, yeah, I can cook and stuff. I used to want to be a chef. I used to say like, you know, if I you know, I want to open up a restaurant and stuff like that. If I wasn't a singer, I would do that. But you know what? I can mix all that together without having to go through that same pattern when they're like, oh, they got in and then they got out and now they own everything. Like, that's not an accomplishment to me. Well, it is, but like, it's not the same as if them just coming in and doing it.
So would you ever take a record deal?
It depends. Because they're not all the same. Yeah. Plus, you hear people like, not to put her out there, but like Megan Thee Stallion, like she straight out said, like, I didn't read my contract. What's wrong with you? Like, I'm the person, I've had many contracts given to me. I'm the person they hate. I will switch that whole shit around.
I feel like you got to, yeah.
I don't even care.
You could be signing your whole life away.
Because I'll sign it if it makes sense. Like, I will give you half of this if we making this much amount of money. Like, you feel me? If we really both put in the same effort. You feel me? Like, but I'm not about to do all the work and you just get a lot because you're selling it.
And not to
continue.
Too much, but it's funny because I was just watching something, because I studied the industry too, and as a new artist myself, one thing I do know is that when they give you these advances, they force you to spend all that money.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta go to this studio in Hollywood. That's $3,500.
Because that's where they take the pictures at.
The lawyers,
such and such gonna be there.
The managers, inside jobs.
Everything.
And that's why independent and doing it from your own is the best.
No, facts. Independence, any business is like you should definitely be in charge of everything.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, you know, how do you feel about Coi Leray?
Coi Leray?
Yeah.
I think she's progressing very well. I'm proud of her.
Okay. Do you like? Would you ever make music like that?
No. I mean, maybe if I was writing for somebody else, but not to represent myself. Because I fuck with it. I don't listen to anyone that's out right now. But you know, if something pops up,
I feel like a lot of creators
like,
don't really listen to music sometimes. Like with stuff like that. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, well, honestly, I do know why. It's because I listen to old music. I don't listen to new music.
Wow, okay.
I'll listen to it if I have to do a cover or something. But I feel way more forced to do a cover now than I used to.
Word up! Wow, that's crazy. Well, this is the Who Is Rome Network. This is your boy Rome, and I'm with Sunnie. Definitely check her out. She has another project coming up. What was the name of that one?
Bloom.
Bloom. That just sounds like a vibe.
Tracks.
Definitely check out our other 2 projects, 2 a.m.
2 a.m. somewhere and Magic.
and Magic. Great music. She's a vibe. Thank you for coming on here. Nice meeting you.
Thanks for
and
having me.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
No problem.